Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially been 2 years and 4 months since Valve last released an Operation. After almost another 2-year gap in the spring of 2017, we got Operation Hydra. Following that, we got Operation Shattered Web, Broken Fang, and then Operation Riptide, which was the last operation, let alone any new content released since CS2 was first revealed 10 months ago. Yes, CS2 is a new game with a brand new engine, but it doesn't include new maps, modes, skins, or features. CS2 right now is just CSGO with better graphics and will be worth it in the long run, but right now it's just very hard to justify all that with seeing all the controversy surrounding the game. Valve took the long-beloved features and removed them to most likely meet deadlines and prioritize the most played features of CSGO to better them in CS2. Valve wanted their eggs in just a couple baskets instead of dozens to hyper-focus on one thing and then move on to the next, or else the game would be in a buggy mess for a whole lot longer. But that doesn't excuse no content and the lack of updates we're already receiving. An Operation has and is every Counter-Strike player's dream, at least this last year. But with limited leaks nor rumors until recently, the future for one coming didn't look so bright. Today's video, I want to break down and discuss these most recent leaks and data mines, but also what we could expect from an Operation in 2024. Today's video sponsor is Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a buying and trading marketplace where you can trade off your old skins for something new. All you do is log in with Steam, then you trade the skins you no longer want to pick up the new skins you want to obtain. Any remaining cash from trading goes to your balance that can be used in any future trade. By using my code MANDO, you can get up to a free $5, and if you choose to deposit alongside using my code, you get a total of a 35% deposit bonus. With Skins Monkey's large variety of skins, they also offer daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways. If interested, it'll be the top of the link in the description below. Now, firstly, for today's video, I want to check in with what got my attention to make today's video, but also see where all the community hype's been for an Operation, or what some may think. And to check in with where it started, we have to first hop on over to Overpass inside Counter-Strike 2. Most of you know there's the infamous calendar meme. Whenever Overpass got added to Counter-Strike 2 at the very end of its limited test, many people were just hopping on the hype train for an Operation as they saw the calendar in CT spawn. Now, this is right outside Bank, and that little part that connects to B, but also A site, and there's a specific date on the calendar, but also you can see the calendars dating back to Operation Riptide. For some quick context, when Overpass released, it came with a calendar from Operation Riptide in 2021. This seems to be a calendar from that year, but it's not from 2024. And as you can tell by today's video, this video is not releasing on the 21st, let alone have we received any big update in the past few months, so it's not an Operation, at least as of right now. But could that still be a tease or something else? As we said, the calendar's in 2021, but it's also marked for the 21st. Dozens of data miners and players also speculated that we could see an Operation sometime in 2024, but that's just a pretty big guess and a lot of speculation. But I also think it's for a very great reason. With this now being in 2024, 2 years later after Operation Riptide passed, we've gotten a couple cases and odd capsules, and we've seen no additional maps. On top of that, we haven't seen any features or modes or really anything new in the Counter-Strike franchise, aside from a new game, yes. CS2 is more up to date and has better graphics, but it had core fundamentals stripped from CSGO, and it seems to be all players want is just something new to do, a new objective. With that being said, I want to now check in with a post from xmercycs on X. I'm a little late to the party, almost a week at this point, but he posted this tweet on January 19th. This is a picture of the Overpass calendar, marked on the 21st. If you scroll down and see the next post that he tweeted, that picture on the calendar is the exact same picture from a trailer, the CSGO Operation Riptide Foul Play trailer, that came out in 2021, 2 years ago. But an interesting reply happened on this tweet, but this has to be on a Friday, as the 20th, unless I'm blind. And xmercy replied, "It's Valve time." As much as this is all speculation, I really couldn't agree more. This calendar could just be Valve time. And if you want some context for that, well, Valve does what they want when they want. They don't really tell anybody what's going on whenever. They had their biggest release, that being Counter-Strike 2 within this past decade. There was dozens of leaks, data mines, even had Gabe Follower going as far as making their own version of Source 2 with their own tools. But Valve still didn't say anything up until March of last year. Now, this is his speculation, but I think it's something to consider for one of two reasons. Number one is, why is this happening? But two, it actually means something. Aside from memes and decoration for the map, why would Valve have posted this on the map and just taunted players according to Valve's Twitter? It's almost been over a month since we received an actual good update, at least bug fixes for the game. If you go to their like section on Twitter, they're liking posts from people at parties. They're also replying to some pretty funny tweets, but once again, that is speculation, but in the past, it also has meant something. For what other reason would Valve have taken as long as they have to release a new map, or even something as small as a case or new stickers? A case at CS2's release would have brought in cash, a whole lot of money, but I believe Valve knows and knew what they were doing. They knew as CS2's release, things were going to be crazy, but they also knew their game had a chance to kind of flop in a way where the game wasn't ready, but that's what the limited test was for. If they released an Operation, a case, a bunch of new stickers and content when CS2 released and no one could play it because of how broken the game was, that would have pushed people away. So I think they made it more so of a plan B, and also they probably just didn't have the time or resources to make everything at once. So with CS2 right now, with the player numbers declining every single day, CSGO is no longer here and CS2 is the main pride and joy for Valve. What better time to release an Operation or a bunch of new content to get those people back and a whole lot more on top of that than right now? I think the timing, in my opinion, couldn't be better. I think you also have to think a little logical here. For Valve to release a brand new sticker capsule or case, just the one-off, it doesn't take too much work. All they have to do is go on the workshop, pick a bunch of submissions that are at the very top or ones that they think are really good and put them in the game. If they also were to release a one-off case right now, that would also guarantee we wouldn't get an operation at least for the next 4 to 6 months. That's at the very least. It could be over a year. Since every operation we get a brand new case, they wouldn't want those two to overlap and this skins from the older case just to kind of go out of the blue because everyone's hyper-focused on the operation. Like I said earlier, it's just a bunch of money that Valve missed out on. But if they brought those people back for something new and a good version of whatever they're going to release so it's not buggy, that would be the best move for them. You guys remember in the fall of last year, so 2023, we saw a bunch of leaks and more so data mines for what most would think is for the next operation. But it was also just a bunch of reused assets from older ones, which that is also what Valve does for every operation. In Operation Broken Fang, they took things from Operation Shattered Web. In Operation Riptide, they took things from both Operation Shattered Web but also Broken Fang and just made them better and added on to it. And I think they're going to do the exact same thing with this next operation, the first one for Counter-Strike 2, which it could be called something completely different. In the past few months, we saw new leaks for a winter version of Cobblestone, but also a bunch of comics that could suggest something for an operation. Some of them were from Operation Wildfire, Hydra, and these have been added in through data mines over the past few months. Now, why they would have anything to do with the new operation since it's from an older one, I have no idea. Maybe it's just for the plot. Now, what do y'all think down below? I know this video was a whole lot of speculation, it was all over the place, but I think it just makes the most amount of sense. If Valve only, one, cared about money, but two, weren't working on something else because they could get a whole lot of money pretty easily, if they weren't going to release an operation, they would have released a case by now. That's just how I think of it, but I really don't know here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay positive, sexy. I'm out, guys. Peace.